Hey, here are 3 mistakes that you need to avoid in your landscape photography. Mistake number 1 is adding a foreground to your photography even when there's not one there. Believe it or not, foregrounds have to be intentional. You need to add foregrounds when they're there, but you use them to lead your viewer's eye into the frame so you can direct them exactly where you want them to look step by step of the way. If your foreground doesn't actually lead anywhere, it actually doesn't need to be in the photo at all. Mistake number 2 is not planning out your photography no matter where you are in the world. Planning out your photography has huge advantages because it allows you to make a plan for your photo, but also keep an open-handed approach to how you want to photograph a location. Take, for example, when I went to Grand Teton National Park. I knew the locations that I wanted to go to. I had a rough estimate on the weather, but the weather changed at the last second. Now, when I got there, I was able to adapt and take photos based on what the weather was doing and still hold on to the location plan that I had in mind when I was making my plan to go out to visit the park. Before I get to mistake number 3, go ahead and comment unlock and I'll send you my free landscape photography compositions course that's going to help you unlock your best photos yet. Tip number 3 is actually in post-processing. It's not processing your images based on what you saw in the field. So often there's a disconnect between what you saw in the field versus what you're processing on your computer and editing your photos. You have to edit your photos based on what you saw in the field, and that comes down to your composition and your plan and what the weather was actually doing in the field. Don't disconnect the two. All are one, and when you combine them all, you're able to take better photos.